prominent Irish music band has left some women from the US propaganda outlet Fox News fuming. And I'm simply loving the meltdown. You would too when you watch the video. I mean, I've gone past that stage of getting agitated over their support for Israeli Holocaust of Palestinians in Gaza and the occupied West Bank. These Israeli Zionists with dual nationality in the US are mentally sick and they need treatment. So you have to sympathize with them. Also joining these Zionists is Sharon Osbourne, who has demanded the revocation of visas for the members of this Irish band. So here's what happened. Irish hip hop band Kneecap was performing at the Coachella event in the US. Since this was an Irish band and Irish people you and I have seen have shown time and again to be the supporter of humanity, it wasn't surprising to see the band members pronouncing their support for Palestinians during their live performances and condemnation for the settler colony of Israel. They shared three powerful messages through visual graphics in support of Palestinians during their performances. The first message read, Israel is committing genocide against the Palestinian people. What's wrong in that? Another message read, it is being enabled by the US government who arm and fund Israel despite their war crimes. Again, a fact. Who can deny that? And a final screen message read, F Israel, free Palestine. Now, the group in question is Kneecap. Kneecap said their messages were removed from the official broadcast of Coachella. Nobody is surprised. That's how censorship works. Whenever you criticize Israel in America, you will be ostracized, you will be punished. But this didn't deter them from using the platform to highlight the Israeli war crimes against Palestinians. As expected, Zionists and supporters of Israeli baby killers were upset by the fact that the world was now learning about the true character of the settler colony of Israel. Zionists began to troll Kneecap on social media. One Zionist, who previously worked as the spokesperson of the Israeli government, he wrote on Twitter, and I quote, F Israel at a music festival after the Nova massacre is like F America at a World Trade conference after 9/11. End quote. This chap is Ilon Levy. He thought that he managed to corner Kneecap members by sharing this screenshot. Little did he realize that Kneecap members would use this opportunity to share other messages that were flashed during their performances. They wrote, and I quote, you forgot the rest. F Israel, free Palestine. Ouch. That's gonna hurt, isn't it? That's why they say never mess with the Irish people. You don't mess with Irish people. But the real meltdown was seen on US propaganda outlet called Fox News, where a group of brainless women huddled to express their shock on the development. They were shocked to know that not everyone in the world was as morally bankrupt and mentally depraved as them. Listen to this woman who said that if Israel reminded her of Germany in the 1930s. Really? Who would tell her that there was no Israel in the 1930s?
Thing is, look, if Green Day, if Kneecap, which is a band I've never even heard of, if they want to be for the Palestinian people, then they shouldn't be anti-Israel. They should be anti-Hamas. And to see on stage a large billboard that says F Israel.
Unreal.
It's unreal. No, this didn't happen in Nazi Germany in the 1930s. This was in 2025 in America. Beyond staggering.
So she says this didn't happen in the Nazi Germany because there was no Israel and Zionists weren't committing Holocaust to Palestinians then with the support of the US and the wider West. That's why it didn't happen in the Nazi Germany. Now watch this woman. She first asked, how do we combat this with young people? Before almost telling the truth that this was all because of Israeli war crimes, that even Fox News was not able to give any favorable spin on that. But then she realizes that she has messed up. so she stops midway abruptly.
Well, and that's what I wanted to ask you was how do we combat this with young people? I feel like we can see how it got here, which is the absolute. But how do we combat it now? How do we turn these young people around?
So she says, how do we turn this around? It's simple, lady. Just stop killing Palestinians for fun. Stop slaughtering children and babies. Stop glorifying the Holocaust of innocent Palestinians. The first woman who had invoked the Nazi Germany then criticized US judges. Bizarre, but that's how American brainless women do. She criticized US judges for the bad press that the settler colony of Israel was receiving in the US and globally.
Well, I think we have to remove these activists from these authority positions. I think that's the best word for it. We've seen these rogue activist judges. Of course, that's been pretty heavily reported on. People are beginning to open their eyes, but these activists have infiltrated into academia, these large, prestigious, at one point maybe considered prestigious academic institutions. We have to remove them and, of course, reinstill the values of education. I mean, it's really as simple as that.
Even as I speak, Israeli terrorists continue to make a mockery of international laws. Today, they slaughtered dozens more Palestinians. This time, they destroyed heavy machines that rescue agencies use to dig out injured and dead from the rubble.
In addition to homes and tents, what's left of the rescue equipment is also under attack.
Those 10 bulldozers that were destroyed used to serve Jabalia in northern Gaza. They served 300,000 people. These bulldozers removed the rubble. The rubble is still in the streets, and we can't move. People are trapped under their houses.
Do you still need evidence? Does the world still need evidence to conclude that Israelis have only one purpose in Gaza? To destroy the existence of whole of Palestinians? They first kill men, women, children, and babies. And if Palestinians are lucky to survive the Israeli onslaught, these terrorists destroy the machines that can be used to get them out from the rubble. It is with this intention that they have also systematically destroyed every single hospital or medical facility across Gaza. I have said this time and again in my numerous videos. Wait before they say that some of these heavy machines were Hamas members too. In fact, the BBC almost did that in one of its broadcasts today. Almost. Just watch that broadcast and how this BBC woman phrases the news.
The Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza says at least 26 Palestinians have been killed in a series of Israeli airstrikes. Eyewitnesses report that the airstrikes destroyed heavy machinery used by Hamas and rescue teams. The fatalities occurred in Khan Yunis, Jabalia, Beit Lahia and Gaza City. More than 45 others were injured in the attacks and people remain trapped under rubble.
The wording, as they say, matters. And the BBC knows it very well. That's it from me. Thank you very much for your support of this platform and our journalism on buymeacoffee.com and Patreon. If you do think that our journalism is worth supporting, then you too should consider becoming part of it. Details are there in the description of this video. In the meantime, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, because that's one of the many ways you can support independent journalism. God bless you all.